Good morning, lovely friends. I hope that you're having an amazing day today. I would like to talk today about how I prepared without even realizing that I was preparing, and how I continue to prepare and open my body and my world and my life and my energy to the Kundalini so that it can better rise through me and to make this journey easier. This is only what I do. Like I say in every video, this is my experience. This is what's working for me. So I don't know about anybody else. This is just what I'm sharing. I have it written down, so I hope you don't mind that I'm reading. So there are several things that I've done and continue to do pretty much daily that make this journey easier and help the energy to rise. And the number one thing that I do for sure is meditate. And I specifically do 2 to 3 different kinds of meditation that I will get into in another video. I'm not going to really talk about it right now, but I have a few different meditations that I do every day that help me to clear the pathways, and they definitely work and they definitely help. So meditation would be key, especially for raising the energy. The crown chakra is very pleased with meditation. So the other thing that I do every day is forgive. I forgive my past situations. I forgive my people who I've felt have wronged me in the past, and the way that I personally do it, for this forgiveness, which I feel like really does open you up, frees your energy. I, number one, make sure that I'm seeing the other person, as a human being who makes mistakes, and I could have made the same mistakes. I've been the villain in other people's stories, so they are not perfect. Neither am I. It kind of equals the playing field. And then I do the Hana Apalubo prayer or something. It's a Hawaiian prayer. I'll leave the link to it down below. Instructions on how to do it. And that really is very helpful, and I do that every day. Every time that I feel something come up in me that's anger at somebody or resentment or anything like that, I clear it with forgiveness as soon as I recognize it. Yoga. Holy shit, yoga. So yoga is a miracle for me. It really clears my pathways, and it helps my physical body to prepare for this energy, because believe it or not, when you're going through something called Kriyas, which I do have a video in this at this channel, of me having Kriyas, or having Kriyas move through me. Kriyas are involuntary, spontaneous bodily movements that occur as the Kundalini kind of unties these knots called nadis, which are pathways, and different blocks occur in these pathways, different knots. And as the knots are being untied, your physical body is moving. Some of it's very pleasant, but there are other parts of it that your physical body isn't used to. And if you're not trained, if your body's not ready, the Kundalini is intelligent, and it won't force you to do anything that would harm you. So if your physical body's not ready, it's impossible for the Kundalini energy to make its way through these pathways and untie the knots, so the knots stay. So yoga's been really helpful in preparing my physical body. Self-love, huge. Being able to bless myself and bless my life and be filled with a light that I just didn't have before. It opens everything up, and it also allows me to accept and receive energy that I may not have been able to receive before. So self-love is something that has naturally occurred as part of the Kundalini process for me, but also is something that I intentionally work on every day so that I can open up these pathways. Pure eating cannot be underestimated. I eat almost exclusively plants and plant-based foods. Every once in a while I'll have cheese, goat cheese, which sounds very strange, but I don't know. It's like my treat, or something that I don't feel is detrimental to my diet, that I allow myself to eat because I enjoy it. But the clean eating, I mean, all things are energy. So food is energy that you're putting into your body, which is also energy. So you're adding negative energy when you eat things that are not healthy for you. And this causes blocks that the Kundalini energy then needs to clear those blocks. When you eat Cheez-Its, it needs to clear the Cheez-It blocks. That energy could have been spent clearing other things. That's how I feel anyway. So if I eat Cheez-Its, then the energy is diverted to Cheez-It clearing, when really, like, I want to work on this emotional block over here, and the Kundalini energy can't do that if it has other stuff to work on. So yeah, that's my feeling on pure eating. Flow. Get in with the flow. So as the Kundalini energy clears these blocks, it's going to have an effect on your reality. You're going to, or I should say, it happened to me, where this energy flowed through my body and was clearing things in my energy body and had effects in my reality. I lost friends, or friends just kind of disappeared from my life. I gave up things that I thought were really important to me, and some of it was painful. And instead of being resistant, I recognized the importance of allowing these changes to occur with gratitude. And that is what flow is recognizing, even if you don't prefer these changes to happen, recognizing that there's a higher purpose and being thankful for it ahead of time. Knowing, I would just say, I trust you. I trust you, God. I'm okay with the word God. If you're not, use a different word. I trust you, God, to make these decisions for me. I know you have a higher plan. So thank you. And that's really it. That's how I flow. And then even now, when small things will happen, like today I have to go somewhere. I don't want to go. I just want to stay at home. I'm very much a homebody lately. But I'm thankful for it ahead of time. I'm thankful for it now because I know that it's all a part of this path. So just flowing with what occurs and allowing. Resistance will only make the process more difficult. It will take longer, and resistance is what is causing your suffering. Just let it be, just let it happen, and recognize that it's for a greater good. It's for your higher good. Cleanse the body. You can do this by fasting. I think fasting is an extremely effective way of doing it. I've done it by fasting. And I noticed that when I fast, the energy, the prana, the Kundalini energy moves through my body with much more ease, and I feel lighter, and it just makes my meditations deeper. Fasting is incredible, especially if you do it in the time that the moon sign, sounds a little woo-woo, but it's true. If you fast during the time of the month that the moon sign is in the sign of your birth sign, your sun sign, then the energies are very merged, and you'll just experience a lot of spiritual moving upward, a lot of spirit moving upward. So fasting is great, but any kind of cleansing of the body gets rid of those knots for the Kundalini, makes it much more easily moving. People do enemas. I've heard of that before. They go on, juice cleanses, stuff like that will really help cleanse your aura. Now we get really woo-woo. So I personally do this every day by, I bless my energy centers, which are my chakras. So every day I fill each chakra. There are 7 chakras. I'll do a video about it at some point. But I focus love energy, pure love light energy on each energy center. And then I focus that energy on my aura. And that's how I personally cleanse my aura and my energy. But other people have different ways of doing it. Don't knock it till you try it, because I will tell you it makes a difference in your real everyday life. And it definitely helps the energy to flow more. Presence is huge. When you're present, you don't have the energy of past events, future wishes. You just have the energy as it is, and you're able to bring your best self to whatever situation you're in. And presence is something that you come back to over and over again. It's something that I wonder if anyone on earth can maintain all the time. I know for me, I'm present in moments, and they're special moments. Like if I'm present for a full minute at a time, that's something to be celebrated. It's something that weaves in and out, and I'm present and then I'm not, and then I have to return, and it's, I'm like thinking of what I'm gonna make for dinner when I'm out with my kids going for a walk. Like it's really kind of silly if you think about it, but it's human nature. So the more you can be present, the more you free this energy to move through you. Sleep. Get some sleep. Yes, sleep can be difficult in this process because it's a lot of energy moving through you. So recently I've been having some trouble sleeping. So when I can rest, I do. Sleep and rest is important. You can't have this energy running through you if you have no physical energy to allow it, to let it happen. Grounding. Anything you can do to ground this energy is really important, because when you are erasing the Kundalini energy, or I should say my experience, my feeling about it is, when you're raising this energy, you're focusing on the upper chakras. A lot of the time, you're moving this energy from the lower chakras to the upper chakras. And what I believe happens, what I feel in my own body, is like right now, I almost feel like I don't have lower chakras. I haven't grounded yet today. I haven't done anything to ground myself. I've been meditating a lot this morning. So these chakras on the bottom, my bottom 3 chakras, are not, they just don't feel like they're even there. I feel no energy in them whatsoever. I feel all my energy in my upper chakras. And this is detrimental because the energy isn't moving. There's no balance. And ideally, you want to have all the energy centers moving. And the first 3 energy centers have to do with this real life. It's heaven, the latter 3 chakras, the upper 3 chakras, and earth. You want to bring heaven to earth and earth to heaven. You don't want to be living in these 3 chakras only. It's ungrounded and really takes you away from life. So grounding any way that you can. I'm going to do a video on grounding. I'm going to write that down right now. I'll do a separate video on how to ground. But you can look it up. You can just go outside, look it up on Google. There are a million ways to ground. Kindness and service. So if you're looking for a way outside of meditating and doing yoga to really move your energy around, stop focusing on yourself and your own needs and your own way of getting things, and start focusing on what other people need, what they want, and how you can give it to them. When you come outside of yourself and you start focusing on serving the world and serving others in any little way that you can, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything big. You don't have to go volunteer at an animal shelter. Like, you don't have to do it in any formal way. You can be at, I don't know, the library and pay somebody's 50-cent dues if they're in front of you and they can't find change. Like, anything that you can do to be kind and think of some things outside of yourself. And I feel that this is because the life energy, the Kundalini energy, is life energy, and life is giving and wants to give more to itself, wants to affirm and grow itself. And by serving, you are giving to this whole, and it allows you to be one with the whole. So I forget what they call it. There's a word for selfless service that is like related to Kundalini, but I can't remember it right now. But anyway, you know what your selfless service is. Every opportunity you can get to serve anyone in your life is an opportunity to raise your Kundalini, and to allow that energy to flow upward. See things intentionally from new perspectives and new points of view. Something that I practice every single night is I journal about myself as if I'm someone else. So I will look at my life as if it's a movie intentionally and notice where I've been kind, where I've been unkind, and kind of write that down, and then write down how I would have it if I was living as my best self. I rewrite the day. Not perfect with this practice because my nights are much more crazy than my mornings, but I try. And I also intentionally look at myself every day. And no matter if I write it down or not, how could I have done better? How did I hurt anyone today? Was I kind? I look at myself as if I'm someone else. I try and do that every single day. And I don't think I skip days. I'm pretty good about it because it's important to me. It's very important to me to be my best self and to have good relationships and to be someone who's effective in the world. But I also think it's important to look at things that you think are bad, that you would rather not have in your life, and see them as miracles and blessings. And I do that every day too. When I'm having 5 minutes at night, I look at my life and I think of something that I could consider bad that happened that day. And I ask myself, how is this a miracle? How is this serving me? Seeing things from these different perspectives specifically opens up your third eye, because that's what your third eye will do when it's open. It will help you to see things from different points of view. And by intentionally seeing things from different points of view, you are reverse engineering this process, and you're causing the third eye to open up more, which opens up that channel for other chakras to open and to let the energy flow through you. So that's what I do, and I hope it's helpful for you. And I will see you tomorrow. Please email me, contact me. I would love to talk to somebody about this energy. It's lonely when you have no one to talk to about it, because it's an exciting thing that you want to share. All right. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.